You may be seated. Today marks a milestone for Cherokee County, the state of South Carolina, but also the United States. It's been more than a decade since the last VA nursing home was built in South Carolina, and that was in Walterboro, South Carolina, in 2009. It's a very special place that we've had here. We've worked on it tirelessly for a long time, and I remember the first time that I spoke to Senator Peeler about this idea almost 10 years ago, and he probably remembers that conversation and remembers every time that I seen him, I mentioned this nursing home because of the need, because of the people that it affects and the lives that it touches. So very, very special that we're able to do it here. This is the biggest thing that's came to our area since the Battle of Cowpens and the Battle of Kings Mountain. This is very, very special. It's going to touch a lot of lives. So Senator Peeler, I appreciate what you've done for believing in our vision and everybody who had a part in it. County Council stepped up to the plate when we went to them and asked them about this project. And this is a big undertaking to purchase this amount of property and then be able to give it away to somebody else. And we appreciate them believing in us. So when you have a dream, it doesn't matter how big or how small, and people have told me that it's never going to be built. People have told me that it's not going to be built in Gaffney or Cherokee County. But if you've got a dream and you believe in it and you put the right people together and the right team together, then you can have what we have here. So I just wanted to say I appreciate everybody who supported this project and supported everybody's effort. I appreciate everybody. And I know I can't say thank you to everybody because I'm going to move on to let other people talk. And I get long-winded if you know me or been around me. So without further ado, Mr. Mark Binkley is the director of the South Carolina Department of Mental Health, and I'd like to introduce him.
Good morning, and thank you all for coming. And I'm not going to talk long, but I want to say that the Department of Mental Health has several important missions. Providing public mental health services is one that everybody thinks about when you hear the name, but we have other missions as well. And one of the missions that we're most proud of and that we take the most care in performing is providing nursing care to our state's veterans. And all our staff take great pride in that. And one example of that is that we have pretty much all of the senior management of the Department of Mental Health here today. The department currently operates 3 state veterans nursing homes. As Todd mentioned, we have a facility in Walterboro, South Carolina. As many of you know, we have a facility in Anderson, South Carolina, and then the very first state veterans nursing home that opened almost 50 years ago today is in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm joined today, like I said, by other senior DMH officials who are involved in the management of the agency and in ensuring that the patients and the residents that DMH is privileged to serve every day that they get good care and that we do it right. I do want to introduce, just raise their hand, I'm not going to let them talk, some of my senior staff. Up here is Dr. Bercy Bellamy. You raise your hand, Bercy. She is the Deputy Director of the Division of Inpatient Services and our Division of Long-Term Care. With her is Dr. Kimberly Rudd. Dr. Rudd is the Chief Medical Officer and the Deputy Director for the Division of Long-Term Care. And as this facility nears completion, it'll be Dr. Rudd and her staff in the Division of Long-Term Care who will be primarily involved in overseeing the numerous steps that will be needed to prepare this facility for state licensure, for Veterans Administration Department certification, and ultimately for occupancy. Also here with me, and I don't know where she's sitting, is Debbie Cowcoat. there. She is our Deputy Director over Administrative Services, and Administrative Services includes the department's Physical Plant Services Department. And from the DMH Physical Plant Services Department is former Director Ken Roy. Where's Ken? Ken's right here. And also Dan Paxton. Ken is the Executive Project Manager for this facility right here. And I just want to take a minute to especially highlight the efforts over the last almost 4.5 years by Mr. Roy. Ken is a graduate of the Naval Academy in Annapolis. He's a retired Navy captain, and he has been the point person for this project from its inception, from the Veterans Administration back in April of 2015 to today, and overseeing the design of this nursing home and to ensuring that all the numerous state requirements and Veterans Administration requirements were completed in some very tight time frames. So I think all of us here today need to thank Ken Roy for getting the project to this point. And Ken's not done yet. I sleep well at night knowing that Ken is going to make sure that this project will be completed to specifications, on time, and within budget. But the vision and the drive to bring this facility to Cherokee County, to bring this facility to this point, was not from the Department of Mental Health. It came from right here in Cherokee County. You've already heard Mr. Humphreys talk about his role in that, and I'm going to now, it's my pleasure to now introduce Senator Harvey Peeler, the President of the South Carolina State Senate. He has led the effort for the past 5 years in the General Assembly to increase the number of state veterans nursing home beds. And when DMH was first given the direction to plan additional nursing home beds, we came back to the General Assembly with a plan for about a 200-bed facility in Columbia. Well, Senator Peeler, his vision, which has become the state's vision, is that what we needed, what the veterans needed, what the families of the veterans needed, were not big facilities centrally located, but we needed smaller facilities in closer proximity to where the veterans live and where the families live. And I think this is going to be the first of many of this new type of smaller facilities that are geographically spread around the state so that our state's veterans and their families get the care, not only get the care they need, but they get it close to home and the families are close enough to visit on a regular basis. So without further ado, I want to introduce the man whose vision brought us to this point, Senator Peeler. Army,
Air Force, Marine, Coast Guard, all branches of the United States military, all separate branches, but they all have a common denominator. That common denominator is when their service is completed, all they ask of you is thank you. Thank you for putting on the uniform and raising your hand and promising God that if need be, you will give your life for the defense of our country. And all they ask is 2 words. Thank you. Just think about that. Offering your life for the defense of this country, and all they ask in return is 2 words. Thank you. But Senator, in South Carolina, actions speak louder than words. Our action today is a loud thank you. In my years of elected office, I have never been involved in a project quite like this one. It received unconditional support from every level, from everyone involved, from our veteran service organizations, from local government, the city of Gaffney, town of Blacksburg, Cherokee County. Unconditional support. In our state, you heard the Department of Mental Health, Joint Bond Review Committee, House, Senate, unanimous support. And on the federal level, I can't remember a project quite like this one. Unanimous support from everyone. And so to everyone involved, job well done. President Ronald Reagan said it best when he said there's no limit to the amount of good you can do if you don't care who gets the credit. And also there's a saying, you need to give credit where credit's due. Well, Senator Graham, I'm quite sure will agree with me. All the credit goes to our veterans. So join me in welcoming our senior United States Senator and fellow veteran, Senator Lindsey Graham.
Well, I'm the only thing between you being inside. But before we wrap this up, I just want to say, what have we learned here today? Who's from Cherokee County? It helps when your senator is president of the Senate. There's a certain thing for longevity. When Harvey speaks, people listen. There are 46 counties. We're going to build one in Florence, and we're building one here in Cherokee County. What happened without art? What happened without the local community making it a priority? And the idea of building a bunch of smaller facilities closer to where people live is an excellent idea. So, you left out one force. Have you heard of the Space Force? I may go into that myself. So, I don't know if we'll have a Space Force or not, but we might. But Harvey said it very well. Craig Abley from my office is a Marine who is now retired that worked on this morning and tonight from the state level. The federal level. The delegation got behind it. Makes a lot of sense. 104 beds. And the pace I'm going, I'm going to take one of those 104 beds and get this thing built quickly. But I cannot tell you how important it is for young people to see how we take care of veterans. Right? Because if you want them to serve, the best thing you do is give them a signal that it matters. You said it really well, Harvey. Actions speak louder than thank you. This facility, for every young person in this part of South Carolina is going to see what it's like for the state of South Carolina to take care of those who serve, and they're more likely to serve knowing they're appreciated. So if you want to make sure we win the wars of the future, take care of those who have fought the wars of the past and are in the war today. I'll end with this. Our budget for the military is bigger than it's been since Ronald Reagan. It's money well spent. I'm not looking for a fair fight. I want people to think you go to war with us, you're going to lose. Right? And I want to end the war as quick as we can and come home. But there are bad people out there that would come here if we don't stop them. Do you believe that? Amen. We don't have some people in Afghanistan watching these guys, keeping the foot on their throat, they'll come back here. But when their tour is over, when your time is up, whether it's 4 years or 20 years, commitments like this not only make them feel appreciated, takes a lot of weight off of them. If you're in the military, you're probably going to move 8 to 10 times in a 20-year period. Your kids are not going to go to the same school very long. You're going to be gone from home as much as you're there. You're going to go to a lot of places with strange sounding names, and you're going to see some bad things. But when you get back, this is actions, not words. This facility is saying the best we know how to say, that when you get on up in age, we're going to take worry off of you and your family. And that's the least we can do. So let it be said when it comes to Cherokee County, you got your priorities right. God bless you.
This time we're going to do our groundbreaking photo, whatever they call it. So, never done one before. So, ask senators stand up. Mark, Larry Sossman.
This is guys been
Ken, come on, Ken. Dan Paxton, I'd like to see Dan Paxton come up. Me and Dan walked many a mile in the woods and scratched up hunting for a site in Cherokee County, so I'd like to see him come up.
the first ocean
County Council, Tim Spencer, County Council, I'd like for y'all to come up. Come on up. Mayor Jolly. Come on up, Dennis Moss, House Representative Dennis Moss. We have enough for everybody, I think. This does conclude the ceremonial portion of the program. We do have some refreshments in the building that is air conditioned. We also have water in the back of the tent. I do know Senator Graham's got to go to another function in about 10-15 minutes, so he may be able to shake a couple hands. I don't know, but I appreciate everybody coming and supporting the project. Thank you for the veterans who come out and supported this today. We really appreciate our veterans from Cherokee County and around the surrounding communities. Thank you everybody from the VA that drove up and support us on this. We just really appreciate everyone's support. So please have a great morning. Stay a little while, and we appreciate you coming. Thank you.
behind you, but right there. Hang on one second.
Do this soon. Make sure you're the right color here. All right, I'm gonna move this over here. So.
Okay. So unfortunately, it doesn't get any better than this.
Sorry?
It doesn't get any better than this. Sir.
You're good. You're good. What's your name?
Kenroy.
And spell both for me.
Kenroey.
All right. One second. Might check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Might check 1, 2.